What up? Right here on location, Woodland Hills.
Shout out to this guy for believing in a young gentleman like myself for this film. Thank you.
That's right.
You gotta always appreciate people, man. Always appreciate people.
Shooting the audacity of it all.
The audacity. And listen, the title fits the audacity. Just watch it. That's all I gotta say.
And action. So where did the idea of the script come from? Well, it came from my twisted mind, but it also came from a real life situation. I was leaving a restaurant in Venice Beach wearing my Obama t-shirt. The new election just happened and this attractive woman walked up to me and was like, oh my God, Obama. And I stopped because I didn't know what she was talking about at one point. Then she just went on and was like, oh, I miss him so much. Can I touch your shirt? So she walks up to me and she runs her hand down the front of my shirt. And I'm standing there like, okay, that was pretty weird. And if I would have did that to her, I think she would have called the cops on me.
So look, people, what we're doing right now is we're shooting the very first scene. This crew is amazing. They're very chill. They lit at the same time, if that's possible. We're here.
Hi, I'm Sybil Curry, and I'm the executive producer and art director on the Audacity.
You know I love you, right?
For the Audacity, we worked on a project that I wrote and produced called Balance of Power, which is basically an erotic fashion film set to mostly music. We actually just won a Telly Award for the movie, and that's something we're very proud of. The Audacity and Balance of Power are similar because they both explore unconventional relationships. And when you start peeling back the layers, you can kind of see what that entails. And also with that, if two people agree on that type of relationship, it's okay, if that's the way they want to get down and everybody's okay with it, then it's kind of interesting to see how that dynamic actually plays out.
So casting for this project was interesting. The characters in the script were very detailed in their energy, their vibe. They had to look good. The first person who was cast was for the role of Michael, and I knew Reed from my friend Angela Robinson Witherspoon, and I always thought he was a really good actor. He was in a project that I co-wrote, and he didn't even have to audition, actually. He's got really intense eyes. I think he can do it.
My character, Michael, is a representative of a subculture that we don't talk a lot about, I feel like, in the United States. It's not something I'm interested in it or experienced, so it was a really great experience to dive into a different subculture that I didn't know a lot about, and really playing it for keeps and playing it for real, because this is a real person that has real emotions and feelings.
That's the fun thing about acting, right? You get to explore things that you had no idea existed.
The second person who was cast was Bella, Valerie Heckel. She just had this innocence about her, but she also had this kind of tough vibe.
She surprises you. There's more than meets the eye, which I love about Bella. There is a strength and a power that she has over these men. Just fun.
When I read the script, I busted out laughing. The first scene, definitely, you're reading it and you're like, wait, what is going on? And then when it reveals the reveal, I just loved it. And then had no idea exactly where it was going, and by the end of it, had such 6 pages, had such a huge arc.
In casting Jason for the movie, I actually went to an open mic night like months prior, and I saw Antonio Ramsey. He performed, he had a lot of charisma, he was, engaged the audience.
So Antonio was cast as Jason based off of Sybil's recommendation and the phone call we had and his eagerness to do it.
The biggest challenge about this role is there is a scene where I kind of get into a small little tussle. The hood old me would have got a little more rowdy, but I have to learn, in this to kind of channel my inner actor and kind of play it a different route. Not be the rowdy guy, but kind of take back and be the smooth, chill kind of guy. So I feel like that's just finding that balance.
The next step was to meet in person, and for Antonio and Reed to meet in person and do a rehearsal Hey, what's happening?
How you doing? Lost. How you doing? Good to meet you, Antonio. Hey, good to meet you. Good to meet you.
What's up, man?
How you doing, boss? Antonio. Good to meet you, boss. Good to meet you.
All right, that's our camera guy.
How you doing, cameraman? How you doing?
I knew I could direct him if he remembered the lines, but he had to make sure that we had everything together before we got on set. And then you jump at, like, you fucked my wife, and then you kind of get into it.
Okay, then that's okay.
And then we're gonna slow you down a little bit too.
Of course, yeah. So enjoy it more.
My character, Bella, what I love the most about her is the first look, you would think very much this, maybe a little bit superficial of this very LA stylish woman, and then behind closed doors there's like a whole nother side of her, and that is one of the things that I love, because there's so many layers to people and you have no idea.
Valerie Heckel was a great Bella because she brought a lot of innocence and kind of mystery to the role, and we actually were incorporating fashions from Naked Wardrobe, and so we had a fitting and she fit the clothes perfectly.
Naked Wardrobe is essentially a brand that focuses on the sexy modern woman, and it's the perfect wardrobe for the Audacity Bella.
Luckily, we had great drone shots shot by Brian Isom, who also was a star of Balance of Power. So he shot all the drone shots for us. So the location that we shot the parking lot scene in was pretty cool. The architecture was great, actually. I don't know who designed that library, but I thought it was excellent. And it made a great look for the opening of the movie. So when it came to the interior location, Sybil found the perfect house for us. It was empty, it was unfurnished, it had nothing in it except for the rooms and the rugs, so it was a perfect location for us to dress, and all I really needed was the hallway and the bedroom.
When me and Abdul met about the bedroom scene, he mentioned to me that he wanted it to have like an ethereal look, kind of where all the magic happens and kind of dreamlike. So we discussed it, and basically we came up with maybe a silver palette and maybe some sheer draperies just to give it that kind of dreamy look.
Sergio's in the building.
Oh shit.
So the director of photography was Sergio Iacarella, been in the business for years, and we've worked together on some music videos and a reality show. I knew he would do a great job. He has a very good eye, a very cinematic look to his work, and he was down to get it done. It was a pleasure working with him.
My favorite line when I am touching his shirt and you realize it's Obama's face when I say, God, I miss him, but the innuendo is beautiful.
My favorite line of dialogue in the film is,
Did you hurt her?
because there's so much underneath it. I think the first time you watch it through, it's, oh, did you actually hurt her? But there's a subtext, there's something underneath the line that is a turn on for my character within that line. So that's probably my favorite line.
My favorite line of dialogue would probably be, I'm finna get the fuck up out of here, so you need to step the fuck back. And that's because I'd probably say that. Look, man, I'm getting the fuck up out of here, so you need to step the fuck back.
So when it came to the fight scene, I wanted Antonio's character to play it a little differently. I didn't want him to go all rah-rah and just wreck the place. I wanted him to think about the consequences. So the first issue is that he's in this guy's house. So he doesn't know if this guy has a weapon, if there's more people in the house, if the cops are on the way. So if he punches him, he can get an assault charge right away.
The fight scene was a really interesting aspect to explore from the Michael character, because he wants to entice this person to attack him. But on the flip side, Antonio doesn't want to get charged with anything. So it was interesting to entice that character to come at me, but also at the same time enjoy that process of the fight.
Joker's here. Listen, I apologize. That roll through. Are you good? All right.
This one you went out. So I also did the music for the Audacity under my stage name, DJ Ab. And basically I produced a few stings and one track called Electro Love. Electro Love is a guitar-driven track that starts off with this really cool little riff, that goes throughout the whole track, and I just wanted something that was kind of simple, kind of catchy, with no lyrics, and a nice beat and big sound that I always try to do when I produce a track. And I also produced some tracks that were very minimal. Knowing that Antonio Ramsey was also a singer and a performer, I definitely wanted to incorporate one of his tracks into the movie. So we used this track called All Night Long.
Tell me what you came for. Did you come to play with? Did you come to be my bad girl? Hey, let me be ashamed, gripping on your waist. Go on ahead now. We grinding, we wildin', cause we don't care. I would describe my sound and music as funk trap, and that's because what I did was I took my love for old school music and I blended it with the ratchet side, which is my Florida roots. So together I got funk trap, and I love what I'm creating with it.
The actor that would blow us away, that is a very tough question because I've been beautifully surprised and seen little snippets of both the male leads. But a part of me just leans a little bit towards Reed because I know him personally and he's a good friend of mine, and this is so not him. So it is so much fun to play in this world with him, as well as to see him step into a whole different range, and he is blowing me away.
The actor I feel like is gonna blow people away is gonna be Reed, who plays Michael. Is really about to kind of shake things up because you're gonna picture this big muscular dude and he's gonna be completely opposite from what you think he's gonna about to do.
The actor that's in this production that's gonna blow people away is Antonio, because it's his first time on camera acting, and when we did the rehearsal process, I had no idea that this was his first acting gig ever, because he's such a professional and he brings so much to the table that you'd never think he had never acted a day in his life.
All right, so that's a wrap on Mr. Antonio. He's out the building.
The Audacity. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. This has been an amazing experience. I thank this man here for allowing me to come and be a part of this, and to everybody that's on the crew and the cast. Y'all rock. Y'all the shit. This movie gonna be the shit.
What I wanted to do with this film is explore